program are those of the speakers and the host, and do not necessarily reflect those of Yoakley Scott Corporation and your sports network.
Yeah, I've been closer to Jesus before, so can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? But can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been scared to look in my soul. I've been afraid I would follow the road. Yeah, afraid of the things I've been told.
Hello, everybody. Welcome inside the Friday edition of Running Point on ysnlive.com. Brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet in Austin Town. Anthony Hartwig alongside Ty Bartell as he'll pop in right now, right on cue, with the red hoodie on the Friday night, Friday day, and Friday afternoon, whatever day you want to call it. Jeez, I am so lost. TGIF. Am I right, Ty? Got a lot today. Got recaps from last night. We got obviously our picks from the night. We're going to be talking to Levon Lamb of the Liberty Boys basketball team, the head coach over there, at 1 o'clock. And along with all that, we're going to be filling out these tournament brackets that we got right here. Bracket challenge. We'll be going through game by game, pick them, and we'll have our picks for district champions in every district that we cover. We're not going to cover the whole state. Like let's get real. We're not going to pick the West District of Division III. Yeah. By the way, Highlands, Highlands winning state. But hey,
I'm not sitting there picking all these districts and I have no clue about.
Ty, I know you were off last night, so we'll just go right to the game that I was a part of, and it was a rematch of last year's district championship game in South Range. That year, it was South Range that got the win. But this time around, hey, it's Brookfield. They get the win over South Range 33-31 in probably the longest 5 seconds I've been a part of this year. South Range has the ball. They get it with 10 seconds left. They bring the ball down. Lexi Giles gets fouled shooting a three. So then there's a timeout right after that. They go to the free throw line. Giles hits the first, misses the second. Then there's another timeout after she misses the second. Still 5 seconds left. Comes back. Misses the third on purpose. South Range gets the offensive rebound, misses the putback, and then Brookfield gets it knocked out of bounds off of South Range. So it's going to be Brookfield ball out of bounds. Another timeout. So now there's 1.3 seconds left. So after 3 timeouts and foul shots, Brookfield finally was able to pull that win out just by chucking the ball deep and then catching the ball down at the other end of the floor and running the clock out. What a game. What a scrappy game. Defenses were playing so good. Brookfield made some really good adjustments because they only had, I think it was 17 points at halftime. I mean, their offense was not going well against that man defense that South Range does. And to their credit, Brookfield doesn't play a lot of teams that just straight up man you up the whole night and pressure the ball like South Range does. So Brookfield made their adjustments, but it took them a while. And I think going forward, that's what's going to be the bugaboo for some of these teams that are going to meet South Range in the tournament. A lot of teams in the area in time, we'll talk about this, especially when you're talking about the smaller schools, they just play zones. They want to keep you from driving the ball into the hoop, and they want to force you to shooting threes. South Range does not do that. They play almost exclusively man-to-man defense, and they put a lot of ball pressure on you. And when they're not playing man-to-man, they're playing a trap form in their zone where they're trapping the wings. So you're just not gonna win if you're so used to playing a zone that you don't know how to handle ball pressure.
Yeah, and I mean that's why it's important for these teams to get experience like that during the regular season, so you're not surprised by anything during the tournament. And yeah, I mean it's a good win for Brookfield, though it gets their teeth sharpened right before the tournament against a quality South Range team.
Sophie Hook led them with I say a quiet 16. And I told Coach Forsyth this. It was 16 points, which is a good night. But I was so surprised when I looked at the stats sheet and it said 16 because it was like really spread out. She never had like an awesome run where she scored 8 points in a row or something like that. It was just every now and then here we're going to get a layup here, a little bucket here, some free throws here, maybe one, I think only one three. South Range did a pretty good job keeping her off the perimeter. But it was a very quiet, very lethargic 16-point performance from Sophia Hook.
You gotta be patient when you're fishing with hooks, and sometimes you gotta wait your time and pick your spots.
Speaking of patient, Ty, both these offenses came out with unbelievable patience. We were about 2 minutes into the first quarter, and Brookfield just started their third possession of the game. The Brookfield's first possession lasted about a minute because they were just like, we're just going to use ball movement, try to find a little bit of a gap here in their man-to-man defense. But it was really impressive that both offenses were so patient and not rushing things. Even South Range, Brookfield was playing the zone. So South Range just kept trying to bait them into coming up and guarding the ball. And Brookfield didn't. They would stay back, and then South Range would just be patient, get a good shot. But it was really, really impressive patient basketball. That's one of the reasons why it was so low scoring. It wasn't like sloppy offense or really bad shooting. It was simply just slow, methodical offense because both defenses kind of forced you to be patient and look for the best shot possible.
You'll see a lot of that during the tournament too. Springfield, Waterloo, the second time around was very similar to that. It was patient offenses. It's picking your spots, really good defense. Defense gets sharper and gets a lot tougher to play through during the tournament too. That's one thing coaches will beat into the head of these players is
not
defense.
Literally.
Yeah, but defense, and you're going to see a lot of great or teams even with great defenses or not great defenses. Everything's going to be heightened during the tournament.
When you look at it, the talk going into this basketball season, there was a lot of shot clock talk, because I think the OHSAA was like discussing shot clock. It was on the voting table or whatever. This game last night would have been immensely different if there was a shot clock. I don't know which team it would really benefit. I would say South Range because, if Brookfield's already pressured to get the shot off in 20 seconds against the ball pressure, that's going to cause a little bit more, turnovers and things like that. But that game would be dramatically different if there was a shot clock. And not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying, if you put a shot clock in high school basketball, it's going to obviously last night is like glaring proof that it would dramatically change the flow of the game, which some people want.
Yeah, and I mean, that's obviously a debate topic we always see in the game right now. But yeah, I mean, certainly it would help speed the game up too. But on the counterpoint too, no shot clock is a good argument for leveling playing fields too. So if you don't have the greatest offense, defense can really win you games.
I think a shot clock would really benefit the really strong teams. But then the teams that are just trying to grow and develop players and try to
nobody.
You had the fact that you're learning basketball and you have to think about a 30-second shot clock in there.
Nobody would have a chance against Berlin Highland. Who was the team?
Oh, Hoban? Forget it.
It was the team a couple years ago.
A chance now.
I don't know if it was in state, but they played Highland and it was like a super almost sub-20s in the score because they played defense and they took long possessions. And I mean, they still lost to Highland, but it was one of the closest scores in a state championship for Highland.
And think about a team you're playing Liberty and who likes to play really fast, and you're not able to slow the game down because there's a shot clock. Liberty would have a huge advantage if you put a shot clock.
Transition points galore.
Right. So that's a discussion for a later date. But I just thought that last night was one of those examples where a shot clock doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be better basketball. I thought it was really good basketball. Brookfield had a good set of turnovers, but here's the big key. And this is going to be big for Waterloo if they have to play South Range in the tournament. I say win because I'm not giving Grand Valley much of a chance. But for argument's sake, you got to stay away from live ball turnovers. Brookfield had some travels, some balls thrown out of bounds, stuff like that were turnovers. Yeah, turnovers always hurt, but if you give South Range Live ball turnovers, then you're giving Lexi Giles a chance for a layup, which you do not want. She only scored 9 points. So you definitely want to stay away from the live ball turnovers against that pressure defense, which for the most part, Brookfield did a pretty good job of.
I'm excited. I hope this is the matchup that does occur, because I think it'll be fun, because Waterloo's proven too that they can hang defensively with teams, and that's exactly what we're gonna get. I think is if you see the Lady Vikings and the Lady Raiders square off, it's going to be a defensive grudge match. And I mean, we've seen the Raiders play man to man. We've seen that the Vikings can do that. They could play a tough zone as well. They're a physical team. And I mean, from what you speak of too, Anthony, the Raiders are similar as well. It's funny because I actually don't think I've seen the Lady Raiders play this season, not in person at least. So I mean, it would certainly be an interesting game too.
Mike, he is against shot clocks. Does not want to see them.
And I get it. I do. I completely get it. And I think, like I said too, I think it gives a little bit of a level playing field too for all those teams that don't have the most offensively talented players.
The people that are in the camp of shot clocks are the ones that had to watch a team play stall ball, like where they're literally just standing at the top of the floor, holding the ball in their hip and just pass them all around, and it goes for 3 or 4 minutes, and at that point you're just like, this isn't even bad.
I like when they have to move the ball. Yeah, I like when you have to pass the ball around to keep the clock moving and looking for offense. I mean, that's a whole strategy too. So you might not have the best shooters, but I mean, if you're able to keep moving the ball around trying to create an opening.
There was a tournament game, I want to say maybe 16-17, maybe like the year before I started at YSN, Salem versus Columbiana. And Columbiana's whole game plan was to stall. Basically, they held the ball for the whole second quarter because they knew that Salem had the size advantage. They weren't going to be able to drive against Salem's zone. So they just said, hey, we're going to stand up here. You're either going to come bring that zone up or we're going to hold the ball for the whole quarter. And they literally held it for at least 6 minutes of that second quarter, just holding the ball. And I think that's what people don't want to see. That's what that's what rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah, but I mean, for an instance like that, a different rule change, not a shot clock, can definitely be implemented for that as well, too, to get them to kind of not allow that to happen per se, but kind of make them or force them into a ball moving scenario too, where you have to move the ball. You can't just sit there stationary.
What was kind of funny is they did all that. They wasted all that time, and the last shot they got before halftime they missed. So they got nothing out of that long 6-minute possession.
And sometimes that's just you play the law of averages, and they come back to bite you.
Right? Like you got to get a good shot if you're gonna do. Like, what do they say in football? If you're gonna eat the clock, you have to end it. You have to finish drives with the score, or else you're killing yourself with a double-edged sword.
If you're gonna eat the clock, you got to finish with a dessert.
if you're gonna eat that clock, and then I like that, you're gonna have to finish with the dessert. Let's move on to some more finals. We're going to move with wrestling really quick. Wrestling final to get to because it was a huge monumental program win for Salem. They beat West Branch 46-24 in the duel, and it was the first time that Salem has beaten West Branch in wrestling since 1999.
See, West Branch, this has been weird because it hasn't been a whole lot of back and forth in these seasons. West Branch was dominating in soccer, volleyball, football. They won all those. Salem now, basketball, it's been the Quakers and Lady Quakers with these 2 monumental games on the stretch. And now wrestling. Winter's been the season of the Quaker. It really has.
All right, we go to Lowville. They got the win over Lisbon, 51-38. The Rockets look strong at home. Liberty boys with a makeup game against Champion on a Thursday night. They won 60-45. Over the Flashes after a strong start from Champion. Liberty had to make some really big adjustments. We'll talk to Coach Lamb about that game in a little bit. Canfield got revenge on Poland 47-41. They get the win at home to close out the regular season.
Check.
Yeah. By the way, just spoiler alert, Ty kicked my butt last night.
I'm up by 16, 17, something.
You got 4 more, so you're up by 17. Yeah. Because you won 5 out of 6. Thank God for Niles, or else you would have swept the night. And there was I hate it. It's close games that could have gone either way, and you're getting all of them. And
Yes, I'm calling them.
ugh.
You were so confident in some of them, but continue. Let's continue.
Crestview won over Hubbard 40-35. We both picked that one. Valley Christian Girls won over Heartland 54-34. Springfield got the win over Cardinal Mooney. Now, yesterday, caveat, we picked this game as LeBray, but it got kind of switched late last week. So it was actually South Range versus Mooney. Springfield versus Mooney. Either way, the Tigers still get the win 56-45 over Cardinal Mooney.
And that's exactly another instance of what'll make your head spin, because Mooney beat Salem, Springfield beat Mooney, Waterloo beat Springfield.
Therefore, Waterloo beat Salem.
Yeah, therefore.
The logic right there.
I mean, that's why these
put Waterloo up at number 1 right now, and we'll do it.
The fact everyone except for the Springfield boys really is exempt from the Springfield boys are the only one exempt from this argument, because everyone else in the power ranking has a loss, and you could play this kind of web game of, well, he lost to him, so that means if they lost to them, then they lost to them. That means they
beat Springfield. Springfield beat Mooney. Mooney beat Salem. Therefore, Waterloo is better than Salem. Therefore, put Waterloo at number 1. We'll see. Power rankings coming out on Sunday. We'll see. We go to this one, and man, I feel for Jackson Milton. I really do. They're in a really tough spot this night. They came out strong. They started on a 10-1 run, but you just knew eventually the game was going to catch up to them, because they're playing twice in 2 nights with 6 players. Their legs just kind of went away from them, and Columbiana won 32-25. Probably the lowest offensive output from Jackson Milton, but obviously they were gassed by that second half.
Yeah, and at this point too, I'm really hopeful, and I'm really I think about the Lady Blue Jays in that program too. I hope that they get the participation that they need, and they get a few more kids in the program, so that way they can continue it for the next season as well too. It'd be a shame not to see that program have to skip a year, because it's a good program with a good following and good crowds that come out and support it as well.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do some plugging in, hopefully get some kids to come out next year, because let's be honest, they have 6 right now. They're losing 4. So they're going to have 2 players that return from this year, next year.
And then that goes into the spot. Then what happens to those 2 players that want to play basketball and have nothing for it at school? I mean,
that's Ava Darney,
for you, Jackson Melton, and I hope everything gets sorted out and you're able to continue having a program, because
that would be Ava Darney and Thornhill that are both going to be left kind of holding the bag if that were to happen. We don't want that at all. We're not. And then
it's like, if you want to continue playing basketball, you'd have to leave your school to go somewhere else to play, because at yours.
I don't know. There might. I'm not like an expert on the OHSA rules, but if your school doesn't offer that sport,
you might be able to play.
I think you're allowed to play on a different team without going to that district.
Well, that's at least. I
think like Darney would be able to go somewhere. Anyway, it can't be crazy. Like, you can't go off to somewhere that's like
Hoban.
I'm going to Wood State. But I think there's a caveat there that, like, if your school doesn't offer said sport, then you can go and play for another team. I feel like that came up.
I think we talked about this on Power Hour before, honestly.
What sport were we talking about? Like,
it might have been football. It might have been some other sport. We've talked about it on Power Hour before.
Yeah, I feel like we've had that conversation. I think it's true. I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure the comments will let me.
If it is true, that's nice to hear that they'll at least have the opportunity to still participate in the sport next year and for the year.
Like, if a team like Springfield adds Ava Darney next year.
Oh my goodness. But I mean, like, that's great. That's kind of exciting. Then you kind of have a choice.
Waterloo plus Ava Darney.
Waterloo.
This is bad speculation. This can only end in bad things.
No.
Hopefully Jackson Milton,
No, I mean, like I said,
and that doesn't have to happen.
You don't want to have to go to school and play for a different school either. You want to be able to play and represent your school as well. So at least it doesn't mean she has to transfer out of the school and transfer away from friends and stuff like that. But still, hopeful for you, Jackson Mountain. Hopefully everything works out for you.
Hey, they still got stuff in front of them this year. They're gonna have a little bit of a rest, get their legs right. And the good thing about tournament time, you're never playing back to back days. So you're gonna play on a Wednesday, and then you're gonna have 2 days off, and then you're gonna play on a Saturday. Practices can't be that intense because you can't go 5-on-5. So hopefully they're if they're able to win, they're able to kind of rest up, get recovered on Thursday and Friday, and then be fresh enough to play a game on that Saturday.
Yeah, we hope.
I still think they're a very talented basketball team. They can beat teams. They're the 4 seed in Division 4. So
Good thing is that bye is going to help. Not
Yes.
having to play till the 19th is going to help them a lot.
47-18, Niles takes care of Camel. This is the one I got for you that stopped you from sweeping the night. And if you would have swept the night, I probably would have been like so depressed last night, just like in the fetal position next to the fireplace. I was unwell. Like I was not. I was kept watching.
You texted me that too. Like
my game ended late. My game ended early, so I'm like, oh, I'll click in on the other scores, and like one after the other, the scores kept not going my way, and I was like, you gotta be. I was this.
I am
Like,
unwell.
everyone calls me the girls' basketball guru, and here I am getting my butt kicked.
It's like mostly girls' games. You beat me on the boys' night. You beat me on Tuesday, and I've beaten you every other night. All the 3 girls' nights this week, I've beaten you, and the boys' night this week was the one you beat.
I think I'm gonna have to turn in my cart. I mean,
Anthony's the boys' basketball guru. Now we just quietly, subtly changed that name.
Me, that ain't true, but I'll take it. 47-18, Niles gets to win. Louisville gets the big win over Canton Central Catholic, 58-41. To pause to just, I know we don't cover Canton Central Catholic, but there was a very bad injury in this game for Canton Central Catholic, so we want to just pause for a minute and take the good vibes and the thoughts and the prayers to that particular player for Canton Central Catholic. I heard that she had to be removed by an ambulance, which is never a good thing. So, we're hurt with that program. Obviously, they're in a tough spot right now, and we hope that everything ends up okay for that player.
Yeah, certainly. We always wish the best in all of our players' future health and endeavors. And whoever it was that went down, we never want to see our student athletes get injured, whether they're under our banner or not. So, of course, we are obviously thinking about that player getting back to full recovery and getting back out on the hardwood again.
And you know what really irks me most, Ty, is when you play the bad guy and you get rewarded for it. Because I went and I put my boat behind Salem, and I was like, Salem's going to win. And boy, did Maslin Jackson just not be okay with that pick at all. I'm trying to get the score real quick. I believe it was 55-40, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a game where we've talked about it with Salem before. The one thing that's going to be their obstacle is finding consistent scoring, because they play an incredible defense. They really do. But the further you go in the tournament, you're going to hit an offense that's going to be able to make adjustments on you and at least score. Like 55 is well below Maslin Jackson's average. But they're still going to find ways to put the ball in the hoop, and you got to find ways to find some consistent offense. I mean, their offense has struggled most of the season trying to put points in. Even the games are winning. You're winning, 40-28 or, 37-19.
Like you're saying, though, Anthony basically summed up, there's a difference between guarding good offenses and great offenses. And when you're guarding good offenses, you could hold them under these 30 points, and great defense can definitely win you some games. But when you're guarding great offenses, what is that old adage that great defense is just that? It could be great, but better offense always beats good defense. And when you have a team that's just talented in scoring, you just have to, defense can slow them down, and like you said, Salem did slow them down, but you still need to get to be able to score and counteract that scoring too, to come away victorious.
Final last night from Maslin, 55-35. Salem falls to the Polar Bears. I love saying that, by the way. I wish we covered them so I could say it more.
Like I was saying, though, 14
the
wins they were going in with, and 14 wins in that Federal League, boys and girls, is just different.
Let's see. At the half, though, I believe it was. Let's see. At the half, it was 23-20. Salem was
I'm not
down by
even
3.
surprised that Salem contended with a half, and that's a good game for the Lady Quakers to have before the tournament.
But then, like, what happens is you score 15 points in 2 quarters in the second half. So, Salem's a great team. They play really great defense, and they're not going to see Massillon Jackson because that's a 1 seed, and not a 1 seed, but it's a Division 1 team that I believe is in the top 6 seeds. I think they're 4.
Believe so, yeah.
Then they're the 4th seed in Division 1. So, yeah, but
it's a good measuring stick game.
You gotta eventually get a little bit of off. I'm sure Walter Shields watched that game and it was like, but you hit 10 threes against us. It's just one of those things.
And if Salem could catch fire on offense in the tournament, they could ride that pretty.
They've proven
hard.
it's there. They've proven it's there. They definitely have ability to score, but they just have to find it consistently. And their defense is not going to save them. And eventually they're going to run into someone in the tournament that's not going to be held under 35 points.
That's what we say. I mean, better offense beats good defense, and that's always the truth in basketball. And sometimes, yeah, like you said, you just got to be able to put up points as well. You got to put the ball.
That's why it's like defense wins championships. Yes, true, but you still got to score to win, right? Like you still got to find ways to score.
What's that one Coach Gunther from Ursuline, I think what he said to me before too is that, I mean, and he's defensive minded as well. He's like, but if you had 0 points up on the board, you still aren't winning that game. So, you could be the best defensive team in the world. You lose 1-0, that's still a loss.
East Palestine, this is the one that we split on. They have to win over East Liverpool 30-29, 1 point.
I got something was telling me take the Lady Bulldogs last night. Anthony was riding confident with the Potters, and I didn't even go into a breakdown. I thought about it for a second, went Lady Bulldogs, and here we are. Anthony with a migraine.
Headaches.
You can't believe it.
I don't understand like how you keep pulling these close games out.
I'm able to see into the future.
Yes.
I'm a history robot. I've gotten so good. I got 20/20 hindsight and foresight.
You're cheating.
Cheating. I know someone. I know someone. The game's all rigged. No, I don't want to start those claims. They'll come after me.
Rigged. Cheating.
Rigged. OHSAA girls basketball sanctioned games rigged. That's how to fix.
I'm doing a deep dive investigation.
I'm just like Biff from Back to the Future. I just have the book, the almanac, just sitting in my room up until like 20.
You know what? I might, one of these days, like just to either catch up or just die in a flame of glory, I might just split everything and just be like, whatever.
Last day, you're down by like 22. You're like, screw it. Every single
with everything.
You pick every game. I'm splitting with you on all.
You pick to split whatever you want. I'll pick the opposite. I don't care. You pick East Liverpool boys to beat East Palestine. I'm picking Palestine. I don't care.
Okay, I'm pissed.
All right. We're gonna take our first break of the day, and to kind of regather our thoughts and maybe improve my mental status.
Anthony can't take it right now,
so I can emotionally get over the heartbreak of consistently losing to you and everything. And we'll be right back on Running Point, brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet in Austin.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
At Hubbard Chevrolet, Hubbard can help you get the financing you need, regardless of your situation. I'm Tony Page, and I've helped thousands of customers in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania buy a vehicle. Visit HubbardChevy.com to get pre-approved. Remember, folks, Hubbard can help.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Welcome back to Running Point on ysnlive.com, brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet in Austin Town. Anthony Hartwig here with Ty Bartell as he slides right in like Chris Collinsworth. Ty, without further ado, I believe it is time for our bracket challenge. And
yep. Hold on, though. I do want to get to one score, though, from last night that I don't think I think you missed one boys score, and it was a big one on the night too, as it was Wellsville beating Columbiana 48-44. And if we know, Columbiana, I believe, was one of those 3 teams with 3 losses in the EOAC that Wellsville had to face. We know they face Valley next Tuesday, do the Tigers, but that win pretty much now puts Columbiana 1 game out, and Wellsville is now taking care of one of the 3 teams competing for that conference title.
That's crazy.
So that essentially now means Tuesday's matchup, which whoever calls that one is going to have a good one, because it's going to be Wellsville versus EOAC. I think both teams have conference games, but you could pretty much call that one EOAC championship on the line then.
when you look at it, and the crazy thing is, you say Tuesday, but our schedule has Wellsville playing at Valley. Oh yeah, Wellsville at Valley Christian on Tuesday. Ian O'Brien's gonna have it.
That'll be a great call for Ian then, as he'll have the EOAC basically championship for that one.
Big game title away from you.
Yeah, he got it's big game O'Brien for
He's been big game Bartel for a little bit, and Ian wants to be like, "Excuse me, I still call good games."
He's gonna get
why I gave him like a little Spanish accent, but
he'll have a good one too. Columbiana too, giving good fight to Wellsville, 48-44. But the Tigers, they've been there, they've done that with this EOAC before. They've been able to come on top as conference champions before, and they were able to pull off that close one. So congrats to the Tigers. They took care of Columbiana. Now next test is going to be Valley at home.
Finish them. We'll see what that boils down to. Really, it boils down to an AOAC championship. Really, I mean, I know they both still have games left, but that one would be
that's going to be huge, because that's going to break up the tie then. Because right now, both Valley and Wellsville are sharing, as of right now, holding a share of the title. Not officially, of course, but they would both be holding it with only 2 losses.
And the good thing, I mean, unless they stumble somewhere else, they wouldn't be able to share. This is it. There's no sharing in the EOAC.
Yeah, and Lisbon really made things interesting and helped Valley out big time with that.
If Valley wins the EOAC, they owe the whole Lisbon boys basketball team dinner.
Lisbon helped them out big time twice.
Out, like, go get them some Dairy Queen in that Lisbon DQ.
Hey, there you go. Shout out Gary.
Shout out to Gary. Shout out. Time for brackets. I got them. I'm going to have you read out these games because, as you can see, this text is like uber tiny. I need to knock my mic down. Excuse me. This text is like uber tiny. And if I had to read out the games, this is what it would be like. Next, we're going to pick. It's not happening. So, Ty, you're going to read out the games, and let's start with the Massillon District in Division 1 and go on from there.
All righty, let me get that pulled up. All right, for Division 1, Massillon.
I'll put you on full screen really quick because my pen got a little bit out of my reach.
All right, we start with Kent Roosevelt hosting Boardman. Winner going to number 2 seeded Glen Oak.
That's going to be.
Is this how you want me to do it? We're going to go one tree at a time. One branch. One branch of the tree at a time.
Okay. Hold on. This pen got like barely out of my reach. I have to go around the other side of the table to get it. I'll be right back.
But no, this is going to be an interesting because it's 33 Boardman versus 30 Kent Roosevelt. And Kent Roosevelt, if I am not mistaken, I think had 6 wins on the season for their girls. But let me double check on that. 9 wins, Kent Roosevelt, 9-13. They are 4-9 in that Suburban American Conference. Let's see what teams they've taken down this season, if we've seen any of them, any notable teams. They beat Talmadge, beat Barberton, Cuyahoga Falls, lost 63-18 to Copley. That's a team Fitch just played.
Sorry about that. I'm back, and let's
and then beat Copley 45-42 next time around.
Are we talking about Kent Roosevelt?
Yeah, I was just going through their schedule real quick. It's 9-13 Kent Roosevelt, 6-14 Boardman. Boardman the 33, Roosevelt the 30. They're gonna host. Winner, of course, we said goes to Canton Glen Oak.
All right, so what we're gonna do with this for the rules of our bracket challenge before we start picking, we decided that we're gonna pick the brackets like now. No, we'll pick the games live as they happen for our running total that we've been doing all season. For the bracket challenge, we're going to have a point system. So, like this first round, you get a point if you get a sectional final team right, 1 point. 2 points if you get a district semifinal team right. 3 if you get a district champion team right, and then 4 if you get the champion. Fair? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then point system for all these brackets, and then we'll come at the end of the districts and
So 1 point for sectional games, 2 for district.
Yeah, so basically this first round is the sectional semifinals. So if you get a sectional final team right, you'll get 1 point. So like your first line.
So all the sectional semifinals are worth 1 point if they're correct.
The sectional finals are worth 2. The district semifinals are worth 3. The championship's worth 4.
Okay.
So without further ado, I think we should pick this first game. I'll take Boardman. I'm not going to rock against the banner. I can't do it. I have a heart.
I have a heart, he says. No, I just look at some of the teams that both of these teams have faced. Yeah, I mean, Kent's had a solid schedule. Boardman's played some tough teams though as well this year, especially in Division 1. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll take Boardman as well in this matchup.
All right, make sure you're filling out the bracket and pen. I don't want any erasing and writing down the right answer after the final goes. Oh, I picked this team because there's no way we're gonna remember all this.
Yeah, I'm writing it
down. All right. Next line in the bracket, I believe it's Louisville's game, which is happening on Sunday to make room for the wrestling duel on Saturday. So who's Louisville playing and what do we got?
We got 15-seeded Louisville hosting 27-seeded Hudson. Winner goes to New Philadelphia. I have no reason to pick against Louisville.
No.
So I'm picking the Lady Leopards.
Me too. I'll take the Leopards to win this game, and that'll be 2 sectional finals that are set. The next one down, Ty, we'll just go to the second half of the bracket, and then we'll come back up and pick the sectional finals.
All right. It is Cuyahoga Falls, Akron Kenmore Garfield, 26 versus 28. It's going to be at Cuyahoga Falls. Winner plays Maslin Jackson.
I'm going to take the Falls in this one. Cuyahoga Falls, the home team. It's a toss-up. Their seeds are pretty close. And in my opinion, toss-ups go to the home team.
Yeah, I'll go for that one as well.
Unless the away team's YSN school, then toss-up goes to the road team.
Yeah, I'll take Cuyahoga Falls as well. Next line, it's going to be a conference game. Canfield versus Harding, 14 versus 34.
Oh, you know I have to take Canfield. Like we're setting up this matchup. Let's go. Because we know what the next line is too.
Yeah, I gotta take Canfield as well because I know exactly where we're going, and it's gonna be Howland versus Madison, 13 versus 25 at Howland.
Tigers.
Yeah, I'll go Howland as well, and then that should
all right. Back up to the top.
Sectional, yeah.
Back up to the top for these sectional finals.
Well, I mean, for both of us, we've all been pretty much straight up the same. So it's Glen Oak versus Boardman. I'm going Glen Oak though.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Boardman. Like we have to. Yeah, it's Glen Oak.
I mean, it has to be. I mean, because if you look at just Glen Oak and what they've done this year, it's been impressive. But I think Boardman, I think they can get that first win against Roosevelt, and I think that'd be great for the program. Here's my pick though for this next one. It's for Louisville versus New Philly. They've done it once. I think they can do it again. I'm gonna go Louisville for the upset, 15/8.
And I believe when they did it, it was actually in New Philadelphia as well. So they've been there before. They're not going to be unfamiliar with the gym and the setup. I'll take Louisville as well. I'll rock the banner and go Louisville into the district semis.
Alrighty, as that'll take care of that one. Next one down. Maslin Jackson would be taking on Cuyahoga Falls. Don't need to say much. It goes to Maslin Jackson.
Polar Bears.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw what they did. There's not much to say about that. Maslin Jackson.
Canfield. Here we go. This one's tough. Oh my gosh, because they've played 2 games and it's been decided by a total of 3 points. It'll be in Howland again.
Yep. I'm gonna go Lady Tigers, because I can't see them losing 2 at home in the same season to Canfield.
I think you have to wonder if it was like watch that game again and realize, is it that Canfield matches up really well with Howland, or is it that it was just one of those games where Howland didn't really play their greatest? It's going to be a really close one. But I already wrote down the Howland, so I'll take Howland too. I won't split with you, unfortunately. I want to, but can't.
I don't know. I mean, something's just telling me to go with them at home. And I mean, it's hard to beat a team twice in a season. It's very hard to beat them twice at their home too. So,
all right. Back up to the top for the district semifinals here in the Maslin Perry district,
which we would have Glen Oak versus Louisville. And this one is hard for me to go.
Like I feel so bad because I want Louisville to win this game so bad, but Glen Oak is an animal. It's an animal. I think they're gonna win this game and go to the championship.
Let me just check this real quick. Because I really like the way Louisville has scheduled this year. I know Canton, Glen Oak, yeah, and I thought they had 15 wins. They had 16, 10-2 in that Federal League. That's what's so tough about it. When you win 10 games in the Federal League, that is a tough conference to play in, and wins against McKinley, Hoover, Maslin, Jackson.
Dude, what was the score of their Hoover win?
Their first Hoover win was 59-42. They beat Jackson 43-37. Maslin Perry 56-48.
See, that makes me remember that I think Louisville went to Maslin Jackson and played them pretty tough.
But
I think Louisville will be competitive in this game.
But Hoover and Jackson both beat them. Again, the second time around. Hell with it. Give me the Leopards.
You're doing the Leopards?
I'm going Louisville.
I kind of hope you're right because I want to see a YSN team in this district championship. I think, wouldn't it be wild if it was Louisville or Howland and we're guaranteed a district champion?
That would be pretty wild.
Are you going to pick Howland to beat Jackson?
We'll see. We'll see.
I did. I have Howland
over Jackson.
I have Howland versus Glen Oak in the district championship.
You went Howland over Jackson too, so you went with the upset on the other end.
Like Jackson didn't look great against Salem last night. I mean, they won by 20 eventually, but still 55 points. They're not gonna be world beaters. I think Howland's offense is way too dynamic. I think Howland can beat Jackson.
Go ahead. Give me the Lady Tigers then. Give me the Lady Tigers.
So you're going to Howland Louisville in the district championship game.
For me, yeah, at least
so this one goes down to tie. Who are you gonna pick win a district championship? That game would be in Maslin Perry, which is almost a home game for Louisville.
Howland won the first matchup of the season
and
too.
It wasn't against a healthy Louisville. Just remember, Kendall Loy wasn't on the team yet.
It's hard to beat a team twice. I hope this is the round it gets. This is a toss up for me. I'll go Louisville in this one though.
So you have Louisville winning the district tie. I can't go against Glen Oak. I have Glen Oak winning the district championship over Howland.
And that completes our Maslin district as far as girls basketball in D1.
I think we have to go to, let's see, which one's Fitch in?
They're in the Ravenna district. Are we just doing the ones our teams are in? Correct?
Yeah. I don't think we have to worry about
Maslin and it's just Ravenna then.
Right. So, I think we have time to do this one before Coach Lamb comes on, and then we'll do Coach Lamb and go back to Division 2.
Yeah.
All right, Ty, top of the bracket, the first sectional semifinal. What do we got?
It's Fitch and McKinley for the winner to play Hoover. 18 Fitch hosting 20 McKinley, and it's not going to be an easy team. 6 wins for McKinley, but they play in that Federal League, so they play a lot of tough competition.
Like I don't want to pick against it. I feel so bad picking against the Banner for some reason, a lot worse than just regular season, because it's like you pick against the Banner here, it's like you're picking their season to end, and that's just a little bit harder for me. But I'm gonna pick Canton McKinley to win this game.
I will go Lady Falcons.
I knew you would.
Anthony knew he had me scouted. But no, I think Fitch can definitely at least get one win here in this bracket, because I think it would be great for their season too, and I think it would be allow them.
I think Canton McKinley is like 6 wins, okay, but it's
good wins. Yeah,
they're playing in the Federal League.
Mayfield versus Akron Ellett for the winner to play Canton or Cuyahoga Falls Walsh Jesuit.
I'm gonna go Ellett in this game.
I'll go Mayfield, just because I want to go against you, Anthony. So I'll go Mayfield. Probably never hear me say that when it comes to football.
Next line.
Paynesville Riverside versus Mentor, hosting Mentor. Winner goes to Eastlake North.
Oh, I'm taking Mentor in this game.
Oh, he's going Mentor over Riverside.
Nope, never mind. Oh, I'm looking at my thing. I wrote down Riverside. Sorry. My writing is chicken.
Do I take Mentor? No, I'm taking Riverside.
We even have to this one's kind of easy. I think we just
Akron North versus Hovind. Anthony takes.
I'm taking Akron North. Shock the world.
Compass Point North. I got Hovind.
Can I just pick North to score 10 points and call it a pick?
Can I pick that?
No, Hobin's it's Hovind.
Next line for me was Fitch versus Hoover, and I have Hoover going over.
Yeah, me too. I have Hoover going to the district semifinal. The next line, it would be Walsh versus Ellett. I have Walsh Jesuit winning that game, or Walsh versus Mayfield in your bracket.
Yeah, I got Walsh in that one as well. Next line would be Eastlake North versus Riverside.
I have Eastlake North winning this game.
I have Riverside. All right.
And it doesn't really matter because they're going to be playing Akron Hovind.
You're absolutely right, Anthony. Because it's Euclid versus Hovind. That's an easy one,
Hovind. We're gonna look really stupid if Hovind trips up and loses.
Oh my God! Hyping them up as this unbeatable force, and they just lose.
All right, district semi is for me Hoover versus Walsh, and I picked Hoover.
Yeah, I got Hoover over Walsh as well.
The next one for me is Eastlake North against Hovind, but for you it's Riverside versus Hovind. But I don't think it matters because they're playing Hovind. So they'll go to the district championship.
Yeah, I'm going to go Hovind over Riverside as well.
So we both have Hovind Hoover in the district championship game.
And I'm going Hovind.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to talk about it a little bit more. I think Hoover will actually make this competitive, maybe a 20-point game. I know that sounds crazy. That's competitive against Hovind, but Howland was
so good.
Howland was competitive against Hovind and lost by 29. I mean, if you can lose by 20, you're being competitive at this point.
And that takes care of our Division 1. That's our districts.
So just to recap, me and Ty have I have Glen Oak winning the district championship in D1 over Howland. Ty has Louisville winning it over Howland. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, Ty.
We'll see.
I kind of hope Ty's right, even though it would cost me 4 points. I think I can make that up in the rest of the brackets. But I would love to see Louisville win a district.
I'm just riding the banner.
Because if Louisville doesn't win, then Glen Oak wins, and I get points. But if Louisville wins, YSN gets a night brag about Louisville.
There you go, Ant.
And then the other bracket, which is going to be the Ravenna bracket. Let's see. We both have Hoban winning the district championship over Hoover.
Yes.
Just for kicks and giggles, the other district champions, in my opinion, for Division One, I'm just looking at it. We're not picking this for points. I think Green wins the Perry district, and I think what the last one,
the Medina district.
That's Ravenna.
I had Medina winning the district in Medina.
I have St. Joe's. So
that's fair. That's fair. But I took Medina and Medina.
Medina and Medina. Medina won't you blow? Medina won't you blow? Medina won't you blow your horn? I know everyone wanted to hear that.
You knew it, Anthony. You had that one.
They were asking for. I've been working on the railroad on Running Point for weeks. We're gonna take our break. When we come back, we'll get ready for Coach Lamb from Liberty, and then after his interview, we'll go back into the district picks with the Division II district brackets, and so on and so forth. So we'll be back on Running Point, brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-res futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Jimmy Sutman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Welcome back to Running Point on YSNLive.com, brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet in Austin Town. Anthony Hartwig alongside Ty Bartell. And Ty, we are going to be joined by the head coach over in Liberty for the boys basketball program, Levon Lamb. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
No problem. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing great. We're doing real good.
Coach, I mean, I got the chance to see the team for the first time against Camel. I mean, you guys look good. I saw some stars in DeAndre Venters and James Davis, but we always like to start off with our head coaches when it's their first time on the show with Meet the Team segment. So I mentioned some players there, but go ahead and give us a full introduction of some superstars on the team and some guys that maybe made some strides this year that you're impressed with.
Of course, those two are two of our main players on our team. We also have Silas Robinson, who's one of our defensive specialists. We also have Rashad Chambers as well. And then we also have Caitlin Turner, Jaden Townsend, and Jordan Townsend, also Jeremiah Franklin. They also contribute as well in their own right. Everybody, pretty much knows their role on the team. And what they do, they just try to bring just their role every night that we go out and play. And they know that once they do their role, it helps us to be successful on the court.
We know you fell in that tough one to Camel, but you guys were able to bounce back last night with a winner of a champion, and it was a tougher game than the final score would emulate. Talk about what you saw from your kids and how proud you are of the bounce back and the mental toughness to come off a tough loss and go in and beat a good champion team.
You know what? We started off slow. We had an idea they probably were going to come out like that with that Camel game being so big and they exhausted so much energy and it was so much hype and all the extra energy they put in and the heart they showed in that third quarter. It was kind of draining. And then on top of that, it was our senior night. So it was, was a lot of emotions was behind that. And we knew that, I was hoping they didn't come out that way, but it was always a possibility, with me and the staff. So that's what happened. And then we just trying to, as we've been doing all year, we just halftime, we went in, we rallied the troops. And they were able, to muster some, energy together and come out and get that win last night.
Coach, I mean, a very successful year this season. You guys 14 wins playing in a very tough MVAC grade conference. Talk to me about the conference competition and how you think that's going to help you guys come tournament time, especially with some conference games here to close out the season.
I mean, I feel our conference, our tier is one of the toughest conferences in the area. It's always one of them conferences I say every year that you never know who could come out on top. As you can see, in the past years, it's always been, New Falls or LaBrea right in the running. Now this year, we were hoping it was us, and now you see it's Campbell. And I've always felt that we have some of the toughest teams in our league that we play out at Trumbull County. And then just preparing us for it, I think just the teams that we play and the style that everybody plays, it just gives you a little bit of everything that you would need to prep to make that long playoff push or that long playoff run that, every coach wants to, do. We get the shooting, we get the physicality, we get some of the high energy, from everybody that we play. So it just helps us to prepare us better for the playoff push.
Coach, every coach has like the expectations before the season of what he has in the roster and how far he thinks his team can progress. Now that we're almost at the end of the season, where do you think this team is compared to maybe where you thought they'd be or where you expected them to be at the beginning of the season when you were evaluating what you had?
We're right where we were. I think we were going to be. I know we were going to be vying for our conference with the veteran leadership and stuff that we had. Veteran leadership and the players that we had returning. I knew, like I said, I knew we were going to be vying for our conference. Our goal was is every year just to progress, get better in the league, and I think the Campbell game and some, one or two other tough games that we had throughout the season. We didn't, yes, you guys know we didn't pull out the Campbell game, but it was a couple games there early in the season that we were, it was right there, it was close, and we were able to pull them out. And I just think that helped us more than anything. The toughness, our composure, staying patient, I think that's going to help us in the long run. And I just, like I said, I just contest, I just get that accolades to the kids. They're doing everything we're asking them to do. They're trying to stay locked in. They're, paying attention to detail. And it's just, they just had like a switch where their heart and they're just, they're wanting their desire. When you play well and, you could just feel it and you could just feel you just right there at the edge. You just need that one extra thing that just push you over. And I think that's what they're playing for, and they know that we're right there, and that we can just break this thing open. And I just hope that we just continue to stay composed, and we can just continue to stay right there where we are right now in this moment, and it helps us. Just like I said, it gets us a good transition into the playoff, and just gives us a good push.
Wins and losses are fun to look at. Numbers are fun to look at, but we all know it's the program and the culture of a program that's what gets it there. So in saying that, Coach, talk to me a little bit about the culture that you want to build and that you have built here at Liberty, and what it truly means to be a Leopard.
One thing, that was one of my goals when I took over the program. Me and my staff took over the program 3 years ago. We knew what we had at Campbell with, in our student athletes. We knew that we had some players, and that was one of my goals. I wanted to change the culture, and not so much to make it a household name, but I wanted Liberty basketball to be one of the great or premier teams, or however you want to say it, in the area. So that's what we did. We went back. We sat down. We did some talking. We did some back and forth, and we just set some goals for ourselves that we knew that we could implement with this group of young men that we had over the last 2 or 3 years to make the program progress and to make it relevant again. And honestly, right now, all those things are coming true. You just see this is just I think the start of, because when you take over a program, you give yourself a year, maybe a year and a half, or maybe 2 years to kind of get it where you want. Where you get the kids where they understand what you want, and they know what as a coaching staff, they know how you coach and how you play, how you want them to play and how you want the program to be. And I think we're there now. It's a lot of things that we don't, have to coach, or we don't have to teach. Saying that to say all this, I think we're right here. And I think now, like you guys and some of the public, they're starting to see that Liberty is one of the teams in the area that's going to be placed back on the map. And we're just so proud of that.
With success comes the community backup, and the community support kind of flocks when you start winning. What has it been like to see this gym packed and to see the whole Liberty community kind of follow you guys and be emotionally invested in your success?
Oh, it's just been very positive. I've just been happy to see it. It's the biggest thing is just it's the kids, just the students of the school. I mean, for them to come out and start one of the biggest student sections in the area, and they come to every game, and they're excited, they're locked in, and they're cheering. And I think, in addition to that, just some of the community, members too. Like, we see people in the community, in our travelings, and they stop us and commend us and thank us, for kind of making the program relevant again, and kind of making the buzz and having the noise all around, back around there. And it's just a joy to see it. Any coach would tell you, it's just nice that just all the positive things and the comments and just how the kids are acting now, and it's just a positive thing, and it's just a great feeling to see. And I always knew it was there. Like I said, once I took over the program, I knew it was there. It was just pulling it out, and like I said, as you can see now, it's coming out. So it's just a very positive thing. It's very good to see it and hear just from the comments and just the way how the kids and the administration and the community is reacting.
What drives you to keep becoming a coach, or to keep being a coach rather, coming in and out every single year and continuing this this job?
My drive is just, I love, just giving back. As you know, I played here. I played for Rand, and I lived in the city. I still live, I'm still here in Youngstown, and I always wanted to desire, even when I went to school, to play and come home to give back and give back some of the knowledge that I've learned, not only playing but just at the college level. And I just love to to go when I coach, that you see the light bulb go off and you see the kids really get it, or your players get what you're trying to coach and teach them, and then when they can do it and show that on the court, that's like enough for me. I've always had the mindset of, as long as we can get better and we can progress, you start individually, because once you get them individually better, then they can come collectively together to make it the teamwork thing work. So I've always did, just as long as we're progressing, we're getting better. I want to make sure, we're competitive, and we're just playing basketball. You know what I mean? And that's like one of the things that just keeps me going, is when they get it, and then just to see them succeed in it. And then when they have fun and they're playing basketball, and they finally realize they can do it and we are accomplishing things, that's what drives me. I just the fun and just the love of the game. I just like to be around it. I like to talk about it. And just, sometimes it gets so, some coaches probably would tell you this too. Sometimes we get to the point that I wish I could actually just get back out and play sometimes, just to get that interaction, and just, be back on the floor with just a nice group, a bunch of guys that just want to play and just have fun and just compete. So that's what really drives me, and just seeing the kids' faces and just the progression on their, of them as they play.
Coach, we know that the head coaches get the limelight, they get the interviews, but you wouldn't be anywhere without the staff that backs you up. So I want to give you a chance to highlight your coaching staff, your assistants, and the people that help you make this Liberty program what it is.
Oh, yeah. My coaching staff, and they've been with me from when we took over the program in 2019. I had a couple of them shuffle around. One or two of them started at the junior high level. Then they were able to move up to, to the high school level with me. My head JV coach is Darren Johnson. My first assistant coach is Damian Daniels, and then my freshman coach is David Robinson. And I tell them guys all day, every day, I appreciate everything they do. I have a staff. Everybody play basketball at the next level. I have a lot of basketball knowledge. We're like a family. I mean, we sit, we talk. We just, throw basketball back and forth. And I tell them guys all the time, I appreciate you, because this part of this wouldn't be where you be. I have a great group of assistant coaches. I have a great staff. Like I said, we work well together, and I would go down swinging with those guys. I wouldn't trade them. I wouldn't trade them.
Coach, interesting that the entire staff too, being around basketball, playing at the next level, obviously that helps too. And with you being so involved in the sport throughout young age up until now, and having the experience as a player and a coach, what would Coach Lamb say to player Levon Lamb?
Oh man, that's a good one. I think I would tell him just to constantly work at your craft every day, every chance you get. Now just seeing the athletes, it's a little different now, playing, and you get taller guys who can shoot the three. You get taller guys who can dribble, put the ball on the floor. They can, get to the basket, they can finish, and they're doing a multiple of guard type things, I guess you can say. I would just tell them, just as much as you can, just get in the lab, work on your craft as much as possible, and just do everything you can to just try to continue to get better every day. And I would also tell them, just play until you can't play anymore. Sometimes, like I said, it comes times where I just miss it. Just the competition, just to be able to get on the floor, run up and down, just the camaraderie of just that team, the team chemistry. I just miss it. And I would just tell them all, just play as long as you can until you just can't play no more. And then when it's over, it's over.
Coach, we thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate your time. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the way. And, of course, we hope to see you again real soon.
Yep. Thank you, guys. You guys continue to have a good day as well. Yep.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Yep. Have a good one.
That was Coach Levon Lamb of the Liberty boys basketball team. What a year for Liberty basketball on both sides.
Fantastic for both teams and fantastic interviews, fantastic coaches, and Coach Deirdre Watson and Coach Levon Lamb. I mean, they're doing great things with that program, and you can see some phenomenal athletes that are coming out of it as well. And I mean, a lot of things to be proud of and a lot of things to be excited about in the Liberty community.
I'll tell you, Ty, James Davis, if you're not talking about him, you better start because he's a superstar.
He's a superstar. DeAndre Ventures is a superstar. Dropped 23 on Campbell. I mean, he was scoring lights out scorer, man. I mean, he's got a solid squad. Liberty's going to be known in the tournament too.
People understood Ventures because Ventures was on the football team, and it was like he was opening eyes on the football team. And then like James Davis is like, okay, my turn.
Those are the seniors, and not to mention you got a guy by the name of DC Farrell that plays football, that plays basketball. He's only a freshman, so he's not getting a lot of varsity time now, but I mean, he's another guy you're going to watch out for.
As soon as he does, you're going to know that he knows how to lead because he's been the quarterback on that football team. So you're going to know that he knows how to control a huddle, he knows how to get guys in the right position, and he knows how to be a vocal leader because you cannot play quarterback in football without having those skills.
It's going to be exciting to see what he can do with that Liberty program.
DC from downtown. That's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. That was
Liberty check. We got Liberty checked off now on Running Point. We were able to get both the boys and girls basketball coaches represented here on Running Point. So just another check mark in the boxes of coaches we were glad to be able to represent on this show for the basketball season.
We have some breaking news out of Columbiana. We want to congratulate Nick Million for committing to Geneva to further his basketball career. That just got announced earlier today. So congratulations to Nick. That kid, talk about guys that can put up numbers. He can definitely score with the best of them. You better do it with the last name like that too.
Putting up millions.
Nick Million.
Sorry, man. You should have a shirt like that made for him. Million. It's just him doing that.
Crazy.
Million.
Ty, let's get back to our bracket challenge. We have to go into Division 2. We picked Division 1. Your champions are Louisville and Hoban in the two districts that our teams are a part of. Mine were Glen Oak and Hoban in Division 1. So now we'll go into Division 2, and I believe we're going to start with, let's see, the Uniontown Lake bracket? Yep, Uniontown Lake.
Uniontown Lake for girls basketball. All right, and it is going to be, let me get my pen. It is Mogador Field facing Ravenna. Winner goes to Alliance Marlington 25 Field versus 22 Ravenna.
For some reason, I'm feeling a little bit peckish with this upset. I'm going to take Field to get the win.
Oh, he's going Field. Anthony's going dangerous right off the gate. I'm going Ravenna.
Let's get dangerous.
D2 Region 5 District, Uniontown Lake.
Yep, D2 Region 5 Uniontown Lake District. So the next one, Ty, after that one, that would be Marlington versus our winner. And then, of course, the next line in the bracket, the next sectional semifinal.
Canton South versus Alliance in a little conference matchup.
Third matchup between these two, I have Canton South.
Yeah, I went Canton South as well. I know Alliance has actually had a pretty decent year for their program this year, but Canton South, I think, is just a little bit further along. Streetsboro versus Ravenna Southeast. This is the 11 versus 10 seed at Southeast 10.
I picked the upset in this one. I'm going to take Streetsboro. I actually really like the Streetsboro girls program. I think they have a really good team.
Both of these teams are so close to me, like literally 5 minutes away from me each way.
Go watch that game, Ty.
I literally could. I could go attend this game, and it'll probably be a good one. For the sake of splitting with you, I'll go with Southeast at home.
All right. Remember, Southeast used to be in Division 3, and not too long ago won that Struthers district. I believe they beat Salem. I can't remember.
Right. Next
I
line,
can't remember.
West Branch versus Niles. Winner goes to Edgewood.
West Branch.
Yeah, I got it. West Branch as well. I mean, Niles, they've done some good things. They've won a few games this season, but I think West Branch has already proven
West Branch didn't come this far to lose in the first
West
round.
Branch doesn't win 800 program wins.
Right. They did not come this far this year to lose in the semifinals of sectionals.
Next line is Poland versus Lakeview, 5 versus 23, and a very sneaky 23 Lakeview team, I'll tell you.
Third time you see him, but Poland takes care of business.
Yeah, I think I went Poland as well, especially since it's at home. But I tell you, Lakeview could give them a game. They really can, and they have this season. Next line is Hubbard at Cardinal Mooney, and I have Mooney going over Hubbard.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Cardinals as well. Mooney's going to be a sneaky team in this bracket. I think they're going to we'll get there, but I think they're going to give Poland a really big run too.
It'll be interesting as we go right back up to the top. And for me, I got Ravenna versus Marlington. You have Field versus Marlington. Whatever it is, it's Marlington winning. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Marlington wins.
Marlington over Ravenna for me. All right. Next line is for
Canton South for me, Streetsboro.
Yeah, and Canton South versus Southeast for me.
I have Streetsboro winning this game and going to the district semis.
Oh, Anthony, a big fan of the Streetsboro team.
This is going to become a big game because if we both pick, are you going to pick Southeast?
Do I pick Southeast or do I pick Canton South? I might pick Canton South just to say the
boo. That's boring.
Why is that boring?
Because if you would have picked Southeast, then that would whoever wins that game has a big shot of earning not just 1 point but 2 points. Where are you going?
Oh wait, how do I not earn 2 points if I pick Canton South and I'm right?
I know, but you know what I'm like. It would put more weight on the Streetsboro.
Screw it, I'll go Southeast then.
Yeah, there you go. I peer pressured you right into it. Now I'm gonna win.
I don't care.
Next line.
Edgewood versus West Branch. I got West Branch.
West Branch.
And then this is Edgewood is just 24 seed, so they got the bye because West Branch took the game. Right. Poland versus Mooney.
Sneaky. Mooney already beat Salem. But
Poland isn't prepared.
You know me, I can't pick against Poland. Come on. Go Bulldogs. They win.
Anthony has a tendency of saying they win, but he's down by a lot in the picks, so it's not usually looking good.
Bracket and then to shut up all the haters because regular season is different. Regular season is chaos.
Poland having the fact that it would be a home game and not neutral, and it's at Poland is going to make me pick Poland.
All right, so we both have Marlington, West Branch, and Poland in the district semis. You have Southeast. I have Streetsboro against Marlington. I don't think it matters. Marlington's going to win that game and go to the district championship.
You got yeah. I got Marlington over Southeast as well.
West Branch versus Pullman. This is why this gets really tough. They played each other early. West Branch won by 4 in Pullman. This one would be on a neutral site in Lake. It will be, what's the date on that? I believe, the 20. Let's see. They're going to play on Wednesday, Saturday. So I think it's the 23rd? Is that the date for that district semifinals? You know me, I can't see these.
For the district semifinals are the 23rd. Yep.
So the 23rd at Uniontown Lake, it'll be 6 and 7:30 in Lake. Marlington versus Southeast or Streetsboro. Really, we have no chance of getting a YSN team in that first matchup. But the second matchup could be all YSN. West Branch, Poland. West Branch beaten by 4 in Poland. And these two teams always meet up with each other in the districts like clockwork. And they've both beaten each other.
You're He's gotta go Poland. I'm going West Branch.
All right, so you have Marlington West Branch round 3. I have Marlington Poland in the district championship game. So I'll start with you. If it's round 3, Marlington West Branch, they've split the regular season. They've both won at home. This one on the neutral site. Who wins this game?
Round 3 goes to Coach DeShields and the Lady Warriors. I'm going all YSN, man. I'm leaving it all out there.
Me too, because I'm going to have Poland beat Marlington.
Oh, well, at least you got Poland going over too. So we got a YSN team in there.
YSN will be represented if we're right either way, which is good.
Yeah, and I'm all right with that.
Get out of here, Marlington.
Or come on to the network, and then we're cool.
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah. We move on to the Ashtabula Lakeside district, I believe. That will be the one where Salem is in, and we have also some other YSN schools. I think Gerard's in there.
Yeah. First line of the bracket is Gerard hosting Jefferson for the winner to play Salem.
I'll take Gerard. Coach Saxon.
Huh?
So give me Coach Saxon.
Yeah, I'll go Gerard as well. It's hard. It's tough because I think Jefferson can be competitive. They have been already. Struthers versus NDCL.
Sorry, Struthers. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin is too sneaky good. I'm going to take NDCL.
He's going NDCL over Struthers. And he says, I'm the bad guy. Struthers in the field house. Too historic. Give me the Lady Cats. East versus Chagrin Falls. Kenston. Give me Kenston.
Give me Kenston as well. I think they're a really good, talented team that's going to make some waves in this bracket.
I would not be surprised if Coach Franklin has that East team coached up and they give him a good half, maybe even a good game. Menor Lake Catholic versus Geneva, 17 versus 14 at Geneva.
I have Lake Catholic winning this one.
Ooh, over
Geneva. The schedule overweighs the seating. In my
opinion.
I'm
going to go Menor Lake Catholic as well. And then that's over Geneva. And next line of the bracket is Chagrin Falls versus Painesville Harvey at Chagrin Falls.
Give me Chagrin Falls at home.
Yeah, I got Chagrin Falls as well. Next line of the bracket is Chesterland West Geauga versus Cheney. I got West Geauga.
Yeah, give me West Geauga as well. So
West
we'll back up to the top for those sectional finals.
Sectional finals. Well, then for both of us, I think it's gonna. I don't know. Is it a little different? Let's see. It's Gerard versus Salem.
I'll take Salem to beat Gerard.
I will go Salem as well.
I have Notre Dame Cathedral Latin against Kenston. You have Struthers against Kenston.
I
pick Kenston to win that game, get to the district semis.
Yeah, I got Kenston coming out on top.
Perry versus Lake Catholic.
Is that what both of us have? I think.
I don't think we split on this bottom. So
yeah, I'll go Perry.
Perry as well, and I think we both pit Chagrin Falls against West Geauga. I'll take Chagrin Falls.
Do I want to split with you here? Yeah, I do. Give me West Geauga. West G versus Chagrin Falls. So then that would mean the next lines would be
Salem, Kinston, and Perry, and you have West G, and I have Chagrin Falls.
So Salem, Kenston, West Geauga, and Chagrin Fall, or West Geauga and Perry.
Mm-hmm.
In that West Geauga Perry game, give me Perry.
I have, everyone's saying, Salem and Perry going to rematch and it's going to be epic. I say not so fast, my friend. Chagrin Falls upsets Perry in the district semifinals to go to the championship.
Chagrin Falls with the upset. Anthony playing dangerous.
They're a solid seed. I think they'll get the win.
And then we
go into the district semifinals. Why not?
Salem versus Kenston. I'll go Salem.
I'll go Salem as well. And because Perry gets knocked out, Salem gets the door knocked open, and they beat Chagrin Falls in the district championship.
I got Salem coming all the way back and getting their redemption against Perry. And that is D2 Lakeside District. Now,
I don't think we have anything else in D2, do we?
Do we have East Liverpool, Beaver Local?
You're right, East Liverpool.
Down in that, East 2 and East 1 district, I think?
Yep, you're right.
Gotta do those real quick. Jeez, oh man, there's going to be a lot of teams that I don't know a whole lot about, but we'll see. Oh, no, there's a few teams. Okay. First one is going to be New Concord, John Glenn hosting Steubenville.
Are we in East 1 or East 2?
East 2 is where I'm at real quick. Well, I guess I should go to East 1. That's kind of stupid for me to go to East 2 first. All right. East 1 has, let me double check, make sure this is the right one. Yeah, it is. As Dresden Tri-Valley versus Warsaw Riverview. That's 1 hosting 17. Winner will play Indian Valley. Yeah, I'm taking Tri-Valley as well. I gotta write this down. Hold on, because this is region. What is this? D2 region 3, or the third region, and that would be region 6.
East 1 sectional district. I don't have a region here. It just says Division 2 East 1.
Yeah, East 1 district. All right, yeah, I got Tri-Valley going over in that first game. Next line of the bracket is Duncan Falls Philo Electrics versus Lisbon Beaver Local.
I can't get over that name. I got to pick Philo to win this.
You're going Philo over Beaver Local. Wow, what a villain. He's not.
The Electrics.
Anthony loves the name so much. He picks against the banner. What a guy. This one's actually, no.
Then pick Philo too. Then you're gonna look like a moron. You better pick Beaver Local after all that.
I am picking Beaver Local.
Ooh, the upset.
Little bit of an upset. 13 versus 11. That was actually a sectional sectional final because
for this we're gonna get 2 points for we'll get 1 point for Tri-Valley.
That's the only sectional semi is that one.
So we'll just go with our point system the same though. 2 for the district semifinal teams, 3 for the district finals, and then 4 if you get the champion.
I have St. Clairsville going over Indian Creek.
Me too, and then I have Zanesville winning the next game too.
Yeah, and that's Zanesville versus Minerva. Yeah, I have Zanesville as well.
I have Tri-Valley getting to the championship.
Yeah, so do I.
I have them playing Zanesville.
So hold on. Let me go this. There we go. This. And you got Tri-Valley versus Zanesville. So do I. And I got Tri-Valley going over.
I'll split with you. Give me Zanesville.
Zanesville for the upset.
Z.
Jump over to East 2. D2R6. East 2. And the first one, like I said, was New Concord John Glenn hosting Steubenville. Winner plays East Liverpool in the
I
sectional.
have John Glenn. We can go over this really quick since it's the teams that aren't YSN, but I have John Glenn.
Yeah, I got John Glenn over Steubenville as well. Next line is come on, grab my mouse. Okay, now they're all just sectional finals now. Okay, so it'd be East Liverpool versus John Glenn.
I have John Glenn winning.
Yeah, I got John Glenn as well. These are YSN teams, but I will say we do have a lot of teams that we've seen in this one at least. Byesville Meadowbrook versus Dover's hosting Byesville Meadowbrook, and I got Dover in that one.
Give me Dover as well.
Bye, Byesville.
Bye.
Then we got West Holmes versus Zanesville Maysville. Millersburg West Holmes hosting Zanesville Maysville. I love the name, but I got West Holmes.
West Holmes to win. And then
Anthony,
Claymont.
oh boy,
I have Claymont winning the next one.
Claymont. Yeah, I got over Carrollton. Yeah.
I have Dover beating.
I'll go Carrollton over Claymont, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go Carrollton over Claymont.
All right. Thanks for the points.
Yeah. What's next up?
I'll take Dover to beat John Glenn.
Ooh, a Dover man. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go Dover as well.
And then I have. I actually have Claymont beating what? West Holmes. I have Dover versus Claymont in the district championship game.
Oh, I have Dover versus West Holmes.
All right.
And then I have Dover going over.
I have Dover winning as well.
So Dover going over.
That does it for D2. Jump to Division 3.
We're D3 picking.
We have to speed it up.
Where are we starting? Struthers?
Let's see. We are in the that's Rooster. We don't want Rooster. Struthers District. Yep.
All right. I got Liberty versus East Palestine in the first matchup. I got Liberty going over.
Liberty.
Grand Valley versus South Range.
I have South Range.
I'm going to take the Valley. No.
Oh.
Anthony was going to get so mad. I got South Range.
Next.
Hanoverton United versus Levittsburg LeBray.
United.
Yeah, give me United. Brookfield hosting Camel Memorial. Give me Brookfield.
All right.
Back to the top. Mineral Ridge hosting Liberty
hosting,
Mineral Ridge.
Yeah, I'll take Liberty.
I'll take Liberty as well. Waterloo hosting South Range. Give me the Lou. Sweethearts.
Give me South Range.
Oh, the villain. You can't be the villain in that
one. I'm not
water.
going to be able to handle that ball pressure.
Youngstown Ursuline versus United. This will be interesting. They just faced off. Overtime.
United won. I'll take United to win twice.
It'd be in United. Ursuline. Next one.
Liberty versus South Range.
Oh wait, we got Conneaut versus Brookfield, but
but I just kind of put Brookfield ahead, like boop.
Yeah.
Like,
Anthony's like, I just kind of Liberty versus Waterloo. Liberty versus South Range for you. Oh,
can you go with your sweethearts again?
I'd rather take a loss to you in this than pick against my sweethearts. Give me the Lady Vikings for the grand upset.
If you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna take South Range because
Look at Anthony, he doesn't care.
because if you would have picked Liberty, I would have picked Liberty too to not lose those points. But now that either way, if Liberty wins, we both lose, and the winner of Waterloo has to win that game.
Now, let's be real. Liberty has a good chance. I mean, they're a phenomenal team.
Oh yeah,
Anthony and I are just picking with our heart.
They're not pressed a lot. South Range is gonna man them up the whole game.
It'll be interesting.
It'll be fun.
I have Ursuline versus Brookfield. You'd have United versus Brookfield.
Either way, we're gonna get Brookfield in this game.
Yeah, I got Brookfield going over.
And this is going to be the third time. Well, if I'm right, this would be the third time in the last 7 seasons that South Range and Brookfield have met in the district championship game. Last year I went to South Range. This year I'm giving it to Brookfield. Give
me the sweethearts. Going all the way.
Is going to go win the district.
We'll see. Why not? Why not? I'm a prisoner of the moment, and I don't care. I'm riding the wave with them.
I think Brookfield would love it if Liberty got knocked out of that district early.
I don't know if that's the case, man. I think they want for Liberty Brookfield in that moment again. I think they want it, and that would be great, and it very well might be. I mean, if everything goes chalk, which I think it has a great potential to, Liberty Brookfield round 3 would be phenomenal.
Let's go to the Lakeview district.
Yeah, let me go over to that one for us. Lakeview. Starting off, Garrettsville Garfield hosting Wycliffe. Gimme Coach Gilbert and Garfield. Triple G.
All right, what do we got next?
Burton Berkshire hosting Mogador.
Give me Berkshire.
Same here. Champion hosting St. Thomas Aquinas.
Give me Champion.
Give me Le Champion. Pie Valley hosting Crestview. 11 versus 13. Give me the View.
Give me the View.
I'm taking the View as well. Back up to the top. Crestwood would be going to Garrettsville Garfield for both of us. Give me the
Garfield.
Lady G-Men. Ravenna hosting Berkshire. Rootstown hosting Berkshire. Let me get Rootstown.
Let me get Rootstown as well.
Columbiana versus Champion. Give me Champion.
Yep.
Kirtland hosting Crestview. Kirtland.
Yep, give me Kirtland.
Next up, it would be Lady G-Men versus Rootstown.
Give me Garfield.
What?
Give me Garfield.
Garfield, okay. I have Champion versus Kirtland.
Rematch last year's district championship. Give me Champion.
Yeah, give me Champion as well to set up a phenomenal round 3 of Garfield versus Champion.
If this happens, the last time they met, it was overtime. Garfield won. I'm going to pick Garfield to win the district again.
Ooh, Garfield for the district. I want to for the sake of chaos. No, give me Garfield. Give me Garfield.
Okay, those are our only 2 districts in Division 3. I don't think we have to mess with the other ones.
I don't believe we do either. I don't think we have any.
Edison's in there, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Let me double check. It might be in the
I don't
East.
want to pick their whole bracket.
No,
I don't think I even have their bracket. Oh wait, East 1? Might be East 1. I have East 1.
Yeah, they're number 12, and they will be playing Zanesville West Muskingum.
Give me what seed is Zanesville?
Zanesville 6, Edison's 12.
Give me Muskingum. There you go. I'm not gonna pick the rest of the bracket.
Yeah, I'll go Muskingum as well.
We would if we had time, but we don't.
That'll be interesting. No, you know what? Give me Edison, and we'll pick it as it goes along. I'll do it for the sake of chaos. I'll pick the rest of it next week. But give me Edison in this one for the sake of chaos.
D4.
Over to D4.
We're in the Mineral Ridge District.
Mineral Ridge. We got Latonia hosting Valley Christian. Give me the Lady Bears.
Yeah, give me the Bears.
Lady Bears for me as well. Springfield hosting Sebring. Give me Springfield.
That doesn't even have to be discussed.
East Canton. going to JFK.
Still give me East Canton. Sorry, JFK.
I'll take JFK.
Okay.
Newton Falls hosting Wyndham. Give me the Falls.
Give me the Falls.
Next line would be sectional finals. Latonia would travel to Lisbon.
Give me Lisbon.
Give me the Lady Bears. Give me Latonia. Lordstown would travel to Springfield for Springfield. Maplewood would be hosting East Canton, and for me, JFK, give me Maplewood.
Yep.
Jackson Milton hosting Newton Falls.
Yeah, they'll be rested. I'll take Jackson Milton.
I'll take Jackson Milton as well for that first one.
Give me Springfield in the next one.
Springfield over Latonia. Yeah, let me get Springfield. Also, let me get Maplewood over Jackson Milton.
I'll take that too, and give me Springfield to win the district.
Yeah, I'll take Springfield as well to win the district.
All right, next bracket for D4 is going to be the
Grand Valley?
Willard.
Or no.
Oh,
well, yeah, we do have some in Grand Valley. We have Badger, too, I think. Let me check Willard real quick. No, it is Grand Valley District. My bad.
All right, so let's go with the Grand Valley.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was Grand Valley. Okay. It is Ashtabula St. John going to Middlefield Cardinal. Give me Cardinal.
Give me Cardinal as well.
Lowville hosting Matthews.
Give me Lowville.
Give me Lowville. McDonald hosting Heartland Christian. Give me McDonald. Wellsville going to Western Reserve. Give me Western Reserve.
WR, yep.
Bristol at the next line of the bracket would be hosting Cardinal. Give me Bristol.
Bristol.
Badger would be hosting Lowville. Give me Badger.
Give me Badger as well.
Southern would be hosting McDonald.
Give me McDonald again.
Ooh, over Southern. Since you did that, I'll go McDonald as well.
Give me
Western Reserve.
The next one.
Yeah, Western Reserve over Chalker.
Yep.
Then we would go Bristol and Badger.
Give me Bristol.
Bristol. We would have McDonald and Western Reserve. Give me
Western Reserve.
Reserve gets their revenge.
Give me Bristol to win the district.
Bristol over Reserve.
Yep.
I'm a prisoner of the moment. YSN schools all the way, baby. Give me Reserve for the district. I'm just betting on YSN teams, and I'm going to be – hey, law of averages in basketball state that I'm going to get right on one of them.
But I have to win, so –
And I'm all right with Anthony winning this one since I've beaten him in so many other things. I'm all right with him.
This one's
kicking
worth
my
50
ass in one thing.
So
Anthony can beat me in this thing, and I'm okay with it. I'm going YSN in the
not competitive at all. Boo! He's just saying that. Boo! I'm gonna wreck your hope. Quickly, we have to quickly do our picks for the day. We're just gonna run through the Twitter polls, and let's see. We go to Running Point. Ty, you won the night, obviously. Although I'm not even gonna do first pick, second. Let's just run through our picks. First one is Mooney versus Ursuline on the boys' side. I'm gonna take Mooney.
Irish.
Mooney Ursuline on the girls' side. I'll take Mooney as well.
Mooney.
Columbiana versus Lisbon.
Girls.
Boys. This is boys.
Okay. I was gonna say Lisbon.
Give me Columbiana.
Okay.
Lakeview versus Hubbard. I'll take Lakeview.
The View.
Western Reserve versus Sebring.
Reserve.
Poland versus Jefferson. I'd take Jefferson.
This one's actually sneaky good because both these teams now, with struggles, have 2 losses.
And Jefferson has a real chance.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Give me Jefferson. This is a big game for the NE8 tonight.
Garfield versus Brookfield in Brookfield. I'll take the G-Men.
Yeah, G-Men.
Your first pick. This is a boys game. United versus Valley Christian. Part of a boys-girls doubleheader.
Valley.
I'll take Valley as well. Massillon, Washington versus Louisville. Actually, let's go pick the United Valley girls game too.
I'll take United in that one, and the
I'll
girls.
take United as well. Massillon, Washington at Louisville. Back to boys.
Louisville.
Leopards as well. Springfield versus McDonald.
Springfield.
Springfield as well for me. Aquinas at JFK. I'll take JFK.
JFK.
We already did United and Valley girls, so we go to South Range versus Niles. I'll take the Raiders.
The Range.
East Palestine versus Lisbon.
Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Lisbon.
I'll take Lisbon too. We have Edison hosting Bridgeport. Bridgeport as well for me. Camel versus Newton Falls. Give me Camel.
Give me the Rockin' Red Devils.
Gerard versus Struthers.
Struthers.
Give me Struthers as well. Crestview versus LeBray.
Give me LeBray. They just 97 the other night. Man, oh man.
Yeah. Give me LeBray. Canfield versus Howland. In Howland this time. And I believe it's senior night as well in the Tigers Den.
Fat Paw and the Tigers.
Big old Fat Paw is going to be ready.
Big old Fat Paw's out tonight. Howland.
Give me Canfield. I'll split. Lowville will take on Waterloo in Atwater. Give me the Rockets.
My game too. Hell with it. I'm up by enough. Give me the Vikings with the upset.
Cheney versus East.
Cheney. West Side gets it this year.
And the Saturday games are playoff games for the girls basketball scene. So we don't have to pick those because we just did. Let me make sure. I think there are boys games on Saturday too. That we have to pick.
There
are. So the boys games on Saturday. Let's see. We have some regular season play girls games on Saturday too. So Canton Central Catholic at Ursuline. I'll take Ursuline. This is girls.
Oh, Canton Central Catholic at Ursuline?
Yep.
I will take Ursuline.
Brookfield at Crestview. I'll take Brookfield.
Yeah, give me Brookfield.
Waterloo at McDonald. I'll take Waterloo.
It's your game. I'll take Waterloo as well.
EP at Lisbon. I take Lisbon.
Yeah, I'll take Lisbon.
Niles at South Range. I'll take South Range.
Give me the Range.
JFK at Lowville. I'll take JFK.
Give me Lowville.
Okay. Latonia versus Valley Christian. I'll take the Bears.
Give me the Bears.
All right. Now we have boys basketball. It is Maplewood traveling to Sebring.
Give me
I'll
Maplewood.
take Sebring. You're taking Maplewood?
Yeah.
All right. We split on that. Give me Sharpsville versus Fitch. Give me Fitch.
Fitch.
South Range at Heartland Christian. Give me Heartland.
Give me Heartland.
Carrollton at Salem. Give me Salem.
Give me
Carrollton. Sorry.
Yeah, give me Carrollton.
Good. Newton Falls at Garfield boys. I'll take Garfield.
Give me Newton Falls.
All right. And Liberty versus Crestview boys. Give me Liberty.
Yeah, I'll take Liberty.
All right. So that does it. There are 4 playoff games for girls basketball on Saturday as well. One on Sunday. We already picked them.
We picked them.
We'll see how that goes. Ty, that just about does it for this episode of Running Point. We got through a lot. It felt like it went like a breeze.
Yeah, and be sure to tune in next week. We're gonna have Josh Fitch come on at some point for us too. Talk a little local hoops. Get that voice from
Also, at some point next week, we're going to be debuting interviews with each of the Louisville seniors on the girls basketball team. So all 4 of them are going to be.
We'll probably try to get that out to you guys Tuesday, so you don't have to wait so long in the week, though.
Yeah, those girls will be interviewed.
Hectic.
Those girls will be interviewed off live. Then we're gonna just post them when we can.
Yeah, because we know Monday shows we're gonna have a bunch of recaps. We're gonna have playoffs to talk about. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about Monday.
Next week we'll also do the same thing with the boys brackets. We'll go through and fill out the boys brackets as well.
Yep. So we'll get those Louisville senior videos out to you as probably Tuesday, and then we'll look for Josh Fitch next week. And of course, you never know who's going to show up on Running Point.
Never know at all. So we're going to take a 70-hour break. Casual Sports Podcast coming up next from 2 to 3, Power Hour from 3 to 4, and then a bunch of basketball tonight, tomorrow night, and actually a game on Sunday as well.
Yep, we have games all throughout the night. And by the way, too, just want to give a shout out to my mom getting back from the hospital, too, as hope you getting better, too. Everything working out with your heart, and we're wishing the best for you.